Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Owensboro Talk. Out the loop. It's your host, Swoop. Hey, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about Afghanistan. When you think of Afghanistan, what do you think of? You think of the war? You think of terrorists? You think of terrorism? You think of Muslims? And shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And why do you think that, man? It's because the American government and the media have brainwashed you to think that way. Everything you've seen for the last 12 or so years, man, was terrorism, war on terror, war in Afghanistan, war in Iraq, you know what I'm saying? Now we got that serious shit. So you've been brainwashed to automatically view them people as the bad guys. They're the terrorists. They're the people we need to take down. You know what I'm saying? Can't do that, man. You can't let the media get in your head like that. A lot of those people are just like us, just trying to live. Their government's all fucked off. Our government's headed that way, you know what I'm saying? But the sad truth about that whole deal is how they took the 9/11 event that was done apparently by Iraq and Afghanistan, but everybody on the plane was like Saudi Arabian, Egyptian. There might have been a Pakistani guy on there, I don't know. It had nothing to do with Iraq or Afghanistan outside of the religious beliefs. They were the bad guys. They were the terrorists. So, you know, we go into Iraq, we attack them. Iraq just happens to be the largest oil country in the fucking world or some shit. So, of course, we attack them. And then Osama bin Laden appears. And if you're my age, you remember Osama bin Laden from in the Clinton days and shit like that. Motherfucker was goddamn near our ally and shit. But that guy right there pops up in the media. Now we have the head of the bad guys. And of course, we're gonna hate him, you know what I'm saying? So we go to Afghanistan, spend billions of dollars looking for this dude. When, like I said, he's Saudi Arabian. So he could be there. He could be in Pakistan, which he ended up being in Pakistan. He could be anywhere. We pick Afghanistan. We go in. Now keep in mind, bin Laden, he's a billionaire. That motherfucker is rich as fuck. His dad was a billionaire, rich as fuck. His dad was killed by an American pilot in a plane accident. The pilot misjudged the end of the runway and hit some power lines and killed him. So we probably had some shit built up like that. Plus bin Laden had 20 plus children. That fool was fucking stressed out and shit, man. So he may have done it, man. I'd fucking do some shit like that too. If I had like 10 wives and 20 children, I'd be fucking nuts. God damn it. Anyways, U.S. intelligence claimed that Osama waged war on America based on our foreign policies, you know what I'm saying? Claiming that we oppressed people in the Middle East, we didn't like them, we killed them, we were unhumane to all Muslims across the Middle East. He was highly against democracy, he was highly against American government, anything related to it, he was against it. He didn't like music, he didn't like shit. He dug some technology and shit, but he didn't like chilled water, you know what I'm saying? He just, motherfucker was from the desert. He liked, I don't know what the fuck he liked. I don't even know if that has anything to do with it. But anyways, his plan was not to beat us in the military-wise. He wanted to draw us in and get us in a long-ass war, man. That motherfucker, in his words, were to bleed America into the point of bankruptcy. And if you think about it, that's the way to beat a country of the power of America. You take away a country's money and eventually other countries are going to stop loaning, you know. So with everything, the news and the government and all these people have told us about 9/11, you still got to ask the question, is that why we really went to Afghanistan? Now my theory is for the poppy plant. Did you know since 1992, Afghanistan has been the world's leading poppy producer? In all countries. They produce more poppy than Colombia produces the coca plant, you know what I'm saying? And not only are they the largest poppy distributor, they're also the largest country, or the largest growing country of cannabis as well. So 2 fucking huge drugs that fuel the world are produced right in Afghanistan. Just 5 years ago, 92% of all non-pharmaceutical grade opiates on the world market were originated in Afghanistan. 92% of them. And to guarantee you, it's still a high number to this day. 92% of all that shit is $4 billion just in exports alone. Most of it, I think that the farmers, I forget what it said, the farmers get a little percentage, and the rest of that shit goes to fucking corrupt officials, warlords, insurgents, traffickers, you know, just crooks and robbers out there. Now think about it. America don't want those guys running that business. That's what they probably say. We don't want those guys running that business. Let us come in, you know, the biggest crooks, the biggest traffickers. And that's exactly what we are to a point if you think about it. And I know you're sitting here like, man, what the fuck is this dude's point? Who gives a fuck about opiates, you know? I'm not on opium, but you know, the poppy plant is used in over 1,000 prescription pills. Think of how many pills you get. Think of how many pills all the hospitals in the United States prescribe every day. Oh, you stub your toe, here, have some Loratabs. You know, it's every single fucking day. And those pills have poppy in them. The poppy plant. Codeine, morphine, you know, anesthesias. It's all based from the poppy plant. Without poppy, think of all the big medicine, all the big companies, all the big moguls, the big shot billionaire fucking prescription pill businessmen. They're going broke. Without Afghanistan fueling the world, they're going broke. 15,000 Americans die from painkillers each year. Each year, 15,000 people die from prescription pills. Of course, most of them are probably abusing them, but, you know, they were prescribed by a doctor who is supposed to help keep you alive. Now this right here, this is crazy. America makes up around 5% of the population. But America consumes 80% of the world's supply of prescription pills. 80 fucking percent of the world's supply of prescription pills America uses. And that alone right there is $11 billion business. Prescription pills in America, $11 billion. That's a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? Imagine if the government could control that. In Afghanistan, plus this 11 billion. Think about that. You really think we're there to fight terrorism, or are we there for the poppy plant? That's what I want to know. And, you know, America gets more opium, we get more prescription pills, we get more people addicted to them, we get more people selling them, we get more people dying, more people getting arrested and going to these private ass prisons that are owned by just a random motherfucker making hella loot. Think about it, man. In May of 2001, the Taliban, which had taken over Afghanistan, made growing poppy illegal. May of 2001, think about that. The Taliban made poppy illegal. You could not grow it. 4 months later, we were on a path to go to Afghanistan by way of Iraq. 4 fucking months after they made it illegal to grow it. What was America gonna do when all these pill addicts couldn't be supplied no more? They're gonna go fix that shit. They're gonna go take fucking control of it. It just seems strange to me, man. And go on YouTube and look it up. And there's all kind of footage and news reports and shit about American troops to this day, right now, patrol the Afghan poppy fields to make sure nobody harms them, nobody fucks them up. You make the decision, man. Why are we in Afghanistan? Owensboro Talk. It's out the loop. Don't get caught out the loop. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Swoop, man. Just think about it.